Welcome to the Zimbabwe Independence Festival 2022, brought to you by none other than Kutandara, all the way from the US. And we're super excited that this year we're having it back online, and we're here to serve you with Zimbabwean music. And today to open, as you know, it's our custom every year when we do this festival, to open with a discussion to talk about the two countries, Zimbabwe and the US, what's happening there, and also what's the life in the music industry in the two countries. As you know, Kutandara are based in the USA, but they are playing Zimbabwean music and teaching Zimbabwean music in the USA. And this year we are super honored that we have the two directors with us in Zimbabwe, and of course the presiding director coming in soon, also in Zimbabwe. And of course we've got our Zimbabwean friends that are joining on the panel. I'm just going to introduce everybody, and then straight up, actually I'm going to ask everybody to introduce themselves and say maybe one or two things what they do, and then we will proceed from there. Otherwise, please remember to share, like, and comment on this platform. We still have good music coming on the way. So this is just the opening discussion as we open the Zimbabwe Independence Festival 2022. My name is Blessing Chimanga, popularly known as Coach Blade. And yeah, I'm so excited to be here. And so let's start from my right, most probably your left.
All right, my name is Taffie Matiure. I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm a music teacher, tutor, a coach. I mentor kids. Yeah, and I'm inspired by the next guy who's going to introduce himself.
Hello guys, my name is Addmore Chokera. I am music director at Winad Music Trust.
Addy. Hey, I'm Amy Stewart McIntosh. I'm the executive director at Kutandara, all the way in Boulder, Colorado, USA. So happy to be here in Zimbabwe today with my Zimbabwean family. Woo!
Hello everybody, I'm Eliza McIntosh. I'm her kid and his kid, and I've been playing marimba since I was very small, and here I am to play more marimba.
Hello everybody, my name is Millicent Chokera. I am a musician, a music teacher. I'm also a vocal director and a vocal teacher. Thank you.
Hello! I'm Randy McIntosh, but my coolest friends call me Vamandebvu. And I am the music director at Kutandara, but I've learned very slowly just to do whatever these two tell me to do.
So this is the part that we have this year, and we're just going to talk. And for me, and of course with Amy and creating the content for this year's festival, we thought about what is now the life of the musician now that we are passing through COVID. Last year when we had the festival around independence as well, we're talking how the musician is surviving in COVID. And now we're grateful that, you know, the vaccine has come through, and there is some opening that has happened in the world. People are traveling, welcome to Zimbabwe by the way. People are traveling to and from the countries. What is now the life of a musician after COVID? And I think I want to start this one with you, Randy. In the US, you guys actually opened earlier than Africa. What has been the lifestyle of a musician in the US after COVID?
The lifestyle of the musician is changing by the day. Okay. It's evolving. Okay. And we just did one of our first big performances in a venue, and everybody could have their masks off, so you could really understand the emotional content of the show. And we're just getting back to actually being in a room together like this. Wow. With or without a mask, usually with masks on. And the connections that we're getting are starting to come back like we used to have before COVID. But we feel the hope so much more now that we are connecting again.
Mr. Chokera, from a teaching perspective, what's been the difference now that I'm sure you had, I remember Winad had actually transformed now doing online classes, and now we are back again, students are walking back into school. What has been the difference from an education perspective with the life after COVID?
Thank you, Blessing. In the first place, I would like to acknowledge the fact that musicians or artists are very creative. To be honest, every other discipline was affected by COVID. But as musicians, being creative as we are, we embrace information technology and we make use of the digital platform to continue doing what we love best, which is teaching music and inventing music. And to be honest, it's gone very well. And I remember it actually opened the avenues for us to reach out to some students that are even outside Zimbabwe, which is very positive. And from the way I'm looking at it, it appears we are going to be even stronger than what we were before COVID. Because it's now a mixture of the digital platform and also in-person.
That's actually deep, and I think for us, that's the message we're carrying on this year's festival, that there's hope. You know, things were difficult, but we don't want to lie, and I can speak for myself. 2020, 2021 was tough. I mean, I last saw these guys in 2018, 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, and that moment was depressing, even though you are creative. You had to think extremely outside the box. So to our viewers, I think for us this festival, what we are carrying and bringing to your homes and wherever you are this year is hope. Eliza, you are young, and like you said, you have played marimba since you were growing up. What has been the difference for you in the generations? Because you've seen so many bands pass through Tandara, pass through the hands of your parents. What has been significant for you seeing the generations pass?
I mean, for me, when I was younger, I would see these amazing bands performing, and now I'm in a band and I get to perform, and it's really just like a metamorphosis kind of moment, like eye-opening. I remember being so young and now I'm here, and it's really crazy, and it's inspiring hope for me to like keep going, because sometimes music and being with people is hard, but my younger self would be proud of me now, so.
Beautiful. I mean, I like your, so yeah, it was alright, so then bring out. Hoping to you, Taffie. In Zimbabwe, you have just started shows. This guy is a problem with his marketing his shows. Like, you just have to either go to the show or you have to just pay the ticket. Because you blast you every single day. With a message, I'm playing. And now, like, I think a lot of people that follow Taffie every Wednesday is playing a gig somewhere. What has been the response like? How is the feeling coming back to a one-on-one person gig? What has been the response for you back home?
It's been nerve-wracking. First of all, thank you for actually giving me the motivation to actually be the aggressive marketer. It's all thanks to you. But yeah, it's been nerve-wracking because you're coming from performing in front of the camera and there's no audience.
Right.
And now there's an audience. You really want to, which was the other way around, was actually difficult, like from people to the camera. Now it's not difficult from the camera to the people. But because we're creatives, like we always think outside the box. Sometimes I actually feel like it's much better to actually remove the box and just start thinking, like just pretend like you are in your own space, but then there are people who are just cheering for you. So for me, it's been exciting, nerve-wracking, but also exciting.
Before we take a break, I'm going to ask one more question to Eddie. And I promise when we come back in the second break, I know you want these two ladies to speak. I'm going to kick them straight away when we come in the second half. Remember to keep on liking, sharing, and commenting on the festival. Please share it on your pages. We're just here celebrating Zimbabwe and the independence. And Mr. Chokera, this one is the last one for you. Being an old man like this. Being the old man you've become. I mean, I'm saying old because I look at myself and I've been in your hands for over 10 years. And now there's people like Chasha who's coming after me to become a better musician than me. And that's exactly where my question is for you. Now we're talking about the life of COVID, life after COVID. You have seen generations and generations have passed through your hands. How has it been a feeling as a teacher, as a director of a school? What has been some of your best moments, seeing some of your best results?
Thank you, Blessing. To be honest, there is nothing that is as satisfying as seeing your product doing very well. I know everyone is extra money. But the good thing with being a teacher is the interest is making sure that we help youngsters so that they can realize their potential. So I'm very happy that I've seen youngsters growing and I've helped them to realize how talented they are, giving them the confidence. And most of them are now even better than me. And it's very encouraging.
Wow, wow. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, behind the camera as we speak is the other half of Mr. Chokera, who's always with us. Today we had to ask that separation to happen for the sake of gender balance. But they're always together, and a big shout out to Winnie, and both of them, Winnie and Eddie, they've done so much for the Zimbabwean community and the Zimbabwean music. We love you guys and we appreciate you. And we'll come back straight after this break. My name is Blessing Chimanga and you're watching Zimbabwe Independence Festival 2022. Zimbabwe Independence Festival 2022. My name is Blessing Chimanga, and of course today I'm dressed by Kutanda. Yeah. These guys are all African, but yeah. So I hope you guys are having a good time, and remember to share and like on this broadcast. And I'm gonna go straight into Mimi. We are just in case you're joining us, we're talking about a little discussion around the life after COVID as musicians in the two countries, and of course time through our different histories and experiences. And these guys have already introduced themselves, so we're gonna go straight to Mimi. Mimi is popularly in Zimbabwe known as Mimi the Songbird. Mimi the Songbird. You come from university life. I knew you during your university time when you were doing your degree in music. Do you want to walk us through the education system of music in the country? And do you believe after COVID we'll be able to get back to that time we were in before COVID? Go ahead.
Wow, that's a very difficult question.
I'm happy.
Okay, university life. You know, when we were in university, you wouldn't even know what's going to happen after, the life after university. And when you are in university, you are so closed in, everything is provided for you, and everything is just done for you, is prepared for you. So we were given stuff most of the time. Then when you're out after university, you have to fend for yourself, you have to find out what I need to do, and then boom, COVID hits. And you were used to this time when you're in university, you were just called, there's a show, let's go and perform there, after being taught how to do live performances and all that. And all of a sudden, all those things that you were taught at school is no longer there.
Can't use it anymore.
You can't use that information that you were given at school. And it becomes very difficult for you trying to figure out yourself. And there will be a time for confusion in your life that, should I leave this music? Is music relevant really in your life? Because like shows were taken down, there's nothing that you can do anymore. And there are no more crowds, because we used to be doing things with crowds. And now you have to figure out the technology side of doing things online. You figure things out by yourself. You have to go on YouTube and really learn more about how do I reach out to the people out there? How do I learn more? How do I to put my talent out there? It was very difficult, and sometimes you feel like you want to give up. I don't want to do this anymore. Let me try and find something to do, maybe become, and let me look for another degree to do. You know, that time was so hard for us, but now it's slowly coming to an end. Hopefully, it's not gonna come another variant that's gonna make us go back inside the houses again. then there was a time that if you are not lucky and if you're not fortunate that you find someone that will carry you through that time of confusion, honestly, you just get lost. That was what
Do you think
happened.
we have lost a lot of musicians in this period?
Yeah, we did.
And I'm going to stop you there and actually run to Amy and to ask if you have this sort of same feeling in the US as well. I mean, for you from a student's perspective, did we lose a lot, and what can be our mechanism for hope?
Ah, that is also a very difficult question.
I'm so happy.
Full of difficult questions. Gosh. Well, you know, like Mimi said, the time of COVID was a very big time of confusion for everyone.
Yeah.
And I think students, especially university students, but also Form 1 through Form 4, we call that high school students. It was very difficult, and everyone reacted to that in a very different way. Eliza mentioned earlier when she introduced herself that for some of us it was nice to go inside because we are very introverted, shy people, and in our family, actually, that was one thing that we really appreciated was we could slow down. We finally got to slow down, and we never would have slowed down without COVID, right? Bled, also Taffie, I know, we just work, but that time we had to slow down, so there was that sense of like, I appreciate this moment of slowing down, but also so much fear and confusion, and how can we keep our studio open? We have a studio where we teach marimba and vira in the US, and how can we do that? We had to learn Zoom, and we had to learn how to edit videos. I had to edit videos. I didn't know how to edit videos. Oh my God, and stream live and all these things. And so I think it was a really challenging time for everyone, but especially for young people who, you know, for those of us who are older, we knew what our path was. Like, obviously, we're so committed to Kutandara Studios. We're definitely going to keep the doors open. Like Taffie said, we're just so creative. We're just thinking outside the box all the time, get rid of the box. And we had to do that also, but I think it was really hard on our young people. And one thing that I think Kutandara did during that time of confusion that was helpful to young people is we did keep figuring out how to do something. And for some of our young people, like Eliza's age and even younger, say now when they look back on that time of confusion and fear that like, thank God for Kutandara. Like there was one thing, like school was closed and soccer was closed and football was closed and everything was closed, but we managed to, we were closed for 8 weeks and then we opened and we were very safe. Like ventilation and air purifiers and masks and hand sanitizer, like we were doing everything, and we were spread out in these 3 different rooms. It was hard to hear the music. It was hard. It was so hard. Oh my God.
Zanga Zagaoma. Say Zanga.
Zanga?
Zagaoma.
Zagaoma.
Right.
Mawan. Oh my God. Mawan. I would say maybe, you know, I couldn't say any more Shona. My Shona's all flown out of my head. But it was difficult, and I think that music is actually, even though it was difficult for some young musicians who were trying to decide, like, should I stay on this path? Like, for those of us who were already on the path, and younger students who had music as a touchstone, it was saved us.
Right.
It saved us.
Right. So you know, I made a big decision today as one of the producers that I'm not going to rely my whole story on glorifying what happened with COVID. However, now I want to talk about the hope after COVID. So now we have decided we are done, okay? We're done. We suffered, yeah, it's gone. Now.
No, it's not all the way gone.
Okay, no, we have hope. We have hope.
We do have hope.
Yeah,
we do have hope.
So we're talking from a hope level. Let me go to Randy. Thank you, Amy. Let me go to Randy. Randy, now that we're talking about hope, what do you think Zimbabwean music plays a pivotal role in actually bringing hope in this moment?
You get such difficult questions.
It's the 3rd time. Can I be fired?
I'm just following my boss. Now, did you say coming to Zimbabwe and hope?
No.
Just hope.
I just said the Zimbabwean music itself and this moment that we definitely need hope and are moving forward. Where do you find space for this music covering us?
You know, when I start to play, my mind changes. Not in the same way. I grew up playing piano and guitar and cello, but something about playing this music with fingers or with hands and using the whole body, I see things differently. And all through COVID, that's what kept me. And now that we're here, I can see that it kept me, and I'm so grateful. So grateful for the music that I've learned here and the friendships that I've received by being here with my team and your team, and us together.
Taffie, you put a very amazing point, friendships and relationships. What has the USA and Zimbabwe relationship benefited you in your career?
Me?
Yes.
That's not a difficult question.
You better say the right thing now.
Yeah.
Be careful.
It has benefited me in so many ways, like since I was a kid. Let's not forget, my dad used to work with these guys and so many other guys back in the United States. So basically, I was raised by this intercultural development that's happening between the United States and the Zimbabwean community. Answered?
Not really. There are people that did not understand the English. They say, not the integration of the what. Just be simple. You know, this has helped me to go to the United States. This has helped me to do, we just want the integration.
Okay, I just wanted to give you like a background where it started.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, fine, cool. If that's not enough, fast forward 10 years later, 15, 20, I'm actually finding myself working with the same people who have been working with my dad, and it has actually made me the better musician that I've always wanted to be. And since the time I toured to the United States, even my profile has actually been better looking. Yeah. And since then I've been performing on places I've only been seeing on TV. And that's actually thanks to the exposure that I got through working with our friends from the United States. Not only that, but also friends that we got to meet here through working with the guys from the United States. So,
beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Eliza, you are in Zimbabwe. People are watching right now and you are actually in Zimbabwe. Literally, this is not a green screen. This is true that you can actually touch. You are in Zimbabwe. What is the current feeling after trying to come to Zimbabwe for 2 years?
I don't know. There's so many thoughts going through my head right now. But when we first got here, just like my first thought was like, this is home. Like deep breath. Like I don't know. Boulder right now, where we're from, is just really chaotic and crazy still with COVID. Like everyone's being super safe and things are opening up, but everyone's still so scared and in their heads. But here it's just like we're all fine and we're together and there's hope. And that's like I feel so much better now that we're here and just like with our people and more rock solid.
Amy, I know if I ask you the same question, we will not end the program. But I just want to ask you from a planning perspective, because I get to talk to you every week. Oh my God.
Yes, you do. I hear the rings.
Every single week I talk to you.
He's spamming me all the
in an
time.
hour.
Yeah, spamming me in the middle of the night.
There are people that want to visit Zimbabwe.
Yeah.
And right now, as we speak, being live in Zimbabwe, what is your current feeling like this?
Tinofara.
Right.
Tadzoka ku Zimbabwe.
Right.
So we're so happy that we've come back to Zimbabwe. We had a tour planned for our summer, July of 2020, that of course was canceled. With the Chokeras, we had made a big plan with Winad to do a collaboration, unfortunately canceled. So another thing that happened was one of our most important Mbira teachers, Sekuru Kosmasmagaya, he passed away from COVID in July of 2020. And so we tried really hard to come in July of 2021 to his Kuruvaguba. But of course it was canceled, delayed because of Delta. So it was rescheduled for September. We rescheduled our trip for September, but at that point in the US, Delta variant was raging. And we felt scared to travel, mostly being on the plane and being in the airports. Like, how can we live in a mask for 36 hours and be in all these different airports and not know who we're with? So we didn't go. We missed that Kurubulumba, and we were so sad. Oh my God. Tino Jema. And we rescheduled our trip for March, which is now March 2022, just for our family to come and pay our respects in Kumusha and Mondoro at his grave with his family. And the other purpose of this trip was to determine whether we could bring a team, and we can. Absolutely. I feel so confident and strong. Everything feels, like Eliza said, like we got here, we just feel at home. We're with our people in Zimbabwe, and I can't wait to bring our team in July 2022.
I'm going to the final questions. Thank you so much for joining us today, and I'm going to go to Mimi directly and say to Mimi, Kutanda has been such a support system for Celebrate Africa that you are very, very close and part of. You're actually one of our judges this year. The first season, you're all behind the scenes, and you've been behind the scenes for many talent shows in Zimbabwe. What will be your words to some of the fans and some of the people that have also been supporting together with Kutandara this kind of initiatives in Zimbabwe? Is it helping us as a country? Is it helping the music industry? Is it doing anything? What do you have to say?
Yes, this initiative really helped us as artists. Here in Zimbabwe, it did help. I was actually surprised when we did the online shows. And then when he said, no, you're going to be doing behind the scenes, there was a backing vocalist of most of the artists. And I was like, wow, and I'm paid. And there's no one who's watching me. There's no audience. I'm actually getting paid for that. It was something like, wow. And I'm actually being filmed. Because like, there are a lot of things that you just did, but you don't even have anyway it was kept. For reference that I did this and that and that and that. Now you can go back and say, no, this is what I did. I did 1, 2, 3. And I also benefited financially. I did. It was a very tough time for everyone, but it also helped us. And it helped us as upcoming artists, because like it's only the people that are known, like the big artists that are the only guys that will be called out for those Garamumba, those things, the big shows, the online shows here in Zimbabwe. But this was a good platform for artists that are not yet known. It was good for us, and also we'll be excited. No, we're not only going to be seen in Zimbabwe, but we're going to be seen also out there, other people in the States. It's not only about people that are in Zimbabwe, and it was a very great opportunity for artists here. Wow.
So basically, ladies and gentlemen, for those that are watching, as you have seen in our comment section, there are options if you want to do some donations towards our artists in Zimbabwe, towards the programs that we're doing to raise other artists. As she said, this is a year ongoing programs that we do. Every month we've got the Kutandara online session that we have the Zimbabwean artists performing, and this year it was on purpose that we are having the unknown artists in the US industry. When I say the US industry, I mean you already know Taffie Matiure, you already know Blessing Chimanga, you already know Winad, Chokera, but this year we've decided that we're going to be taking the unknown guys so that you can actually discover new talent that we're discovering also back home. And thanks to Kutandara for that. And Randy, to close the program, what can people...
That's a very difficult question.
To close the program, Randy, any last words of encouragement to musicians, to friends, to relationships that you have gained over the years with the Zimbabwean music, together with the new ones that you're going to gain through this festival and beyond? Any words of encouragement?
Wow, that is a difficult question because right now I can only feel my encouragement just listening to what you said, Mimi, that I'm playing for a camera, but actually there's people out there watching that I don't even know. It makes me inspired to do more with that. And the more we can connect with each other and create together and collaborate, the more we're going to create something truly new. And I can't think of anything more hopeful than that.
Wow. Very, very deep. I could literally say
That's deep.
That's the end of the show. But I can't do that because I've got 2 more questions.
Machiki chori chayo chayo.
Hey Macintosh, we are Zimbabwe Independence Celebration 2022. What should people expect?
Oh my gosh, so you're going to see artists, new artists that you maybe have seen over the last year from the Celebrate Africa competitions. You're going to get a little bit of the Macintosh family from Boulder, Colorado. You're going to get Taffie Matiure, you're going to get Blessing Chimanga. It's going to be great. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. And hit that donate button, please.
Liza, I got something for you. Young people playing marimba, both in the US and Zimbabwe. Any words to say to them? Is it, should they do it? I know.
Yeah, you guys should do it.
Playing marimba has been like the best thing I've ever done. It's my whole life. Like my entire life is scheduled and planned around marimba, and it's just so joyful and hopeful, and yes, you should do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Zimbabwe Independence Festival. This was the opening discussion. Like Amy said, stay tuned for the shows. Stay tuned for another amazing episode where we're going to teach you how to make a vet cook. So you want to stay through. It's going to be an amazing festival. It's going to be amazing hours. And from our friends in Zimbabwe and the friends in the USA, the Dreams TV behind the scenes, together with the crew and together with the panel. We love you so much, and we'll see you. Stay tuned for the Zimbabwe Independence Festival, brought to you by Kotanga. My name is Blessing Blade. Why not?